The development of an observational study enlightened the many determinants associated with physical inactivity that lead to the development of a chronic health disease. The observational study was comprised of a single female high school graduate whom is now undertaking full-time employment within the childcare industry. The individualized participant data is as follows: age 18 years, mass 64 kilograms, height 172 centimeters, and BMI 21.6 kilograms per meter squared. The predominant aim of the observational study was constructed to evaluate whether the levels of physical activity undertaken by a single individual would be a prime contributor to the development of a chronic health disease. This was assessed through the documentation of a diary and fitness tracker. The conclusion emphasized on numerous accounts that the participant undertook moments of physical activity participation in non-structured exercise. For the first week, subject accumulated 15.5 hours of low to moderate intensity physical activity in comparison to that of 21.25 hours present in the second week. In relation to step count, the greatest achieved daily step count reached a maximal of just under 9,000, classifying it as somewhat inactive. In terms of heart rate, the heart rate was calculated when physical activity was undertaken and its maximal heart rate achieved. It was highlighted that not on a single occasion was the participant's maximal heart rate reached. As the Australian Physical Activity Guidelines state, being physically active and limiting your sedentary behaviour every day is essential for individual health and well-being. The guidelines emphasise the accumulation of 2.5 to 5 hours of moderate intensity physical activity, or 1 1/4 to 2.5 hours of vigorous intensity physical activity is essential per week, equating to approximately 60 minutes daily. It is known physical activity emerges numerous substantial effects on the human body, both physically and psychologically. More crucial benefits of physical activity include the reduction rates of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis, high blood pressure, depression, and anxiety. The findings extracted from the participants' results illustrated no problematic signs of chronic health disease arising. However, evidence suggests the incidence of an injury occurring and later in life being a chronic health disease is present. The participant is subject to the admittance of back strain due to repetitive lifting of children during daily duties, which in turn will account for the chronic health disease known as osteoporosis cultivating later in life. As such information was brought to light, the design and incorporation of 12-week structured intervention program was required. The prime aim entailed addressing the need of both muscle and bone strengthening exercises along with the presence of aerobic exercise. Whilst the planning of the program began, the participant opted to incorporate 3 personal goals. Her first goal consisted of wanting to lose 5 kilograms in 12 weeks, reaching her weight goal of 59 kilograms. Her second was a short-term goal also addressed to improve strength as a supportive lower back measure. This goal meant within the selected time frame of 12 weeks, she wanted to improve her strength as much as possible to support the lower back area, preventing any further pain or discomfort. Lastly, the third goal was set as a long-term measure. It was to improve mobility and flexibility. By this, the participant allowed herself a 36-week time frame where in that time she wanted to enable herself to achieve the mobility and flexibility measures she hadn't been able to before. The 12-week program was broken down into 3-week blocks, although the 12th week was individualized. The participant's 12-week program consisted of various exercises including morning and evening walks, strength sessions alongside Pilates session. For the first 3 weeks, there were 2 days at which were allocated as rest days, but for future weeks reduced to only 1 day per week. As the program progressed from week 7, the strength sessions became more specialized with the incorporation of an arm, core, and leg session. This enabled targeted muscle areas to endeavor hypertrophy in order for development to occur. The morning and evening walks also progressed to jogs and bike rides. The duration of all aerobic style sessions increased from half hour to 45 minutes on most occasions. The 12-week program was designed in such manner to enable variability. This was done so to prevent boredom and in turn enable enjoyment of various exercises. Such conditions were targeted through an in-body weight assessment while also incorporating metabolic equivalents. For all implementations to occur, addressing behavioural changes is a necessity. It is comprised of addressing all personal, environmental and behavioural determinants. The level of enjoyment, intensity of the activity and attainment of benefits are the most crucial aspects when it comes to the endeavouring of behavioural changes.